Well, folks, another week and another round of horrible polling data. Not just for Donald Trump this time, though. The Republican Party as a whole is suffering. Basically, their entire image across the country is collapsing because of how horrible Donald Trump has been in just the first 3 months that he has been in office. And to make this polling a little bit sweeter, this isn't your typical Reuters poll or YouGov, the independent groups. Nope. These numbers I'm about to read to you are actually from right-wing pollsters. The people whose polls typically skew a little more to the right to make Republicans look better. Even their data can't be skewed enough to make Republicans come out on top. Here is what we were dealing with. This is a poll conducted by RMG Research, which is a public opinion research firm founded by conservative pollster Scott Rasmussen for Neapolitan News Service. And they found that if the election for Congress were held today, 48% of the public would vote for the Democrat on their ballot, while 44% would vote for the Republican. When including those who would lean Democratic or lean Republican, the Democratic lead increased to 50%, while Republican support increased to 45%. This marks a 7-point swing since February, when Republicans had a lead of 51% to the Democrats' 44%. So technically, in just 2 months, the public has said, we're tired of Republicans, we want them out, we will pick a generic Democrat over a generic Republican right now. Just give us the chance to do it. That could spell, and I say could because we still have a year and a half to go, could spell certain doom for the Republican Party in November of 2026. Right now, all indicators, and I do mean all, A-L-L, all, are pointing towards the Democrats essentially having another blue wave like they did in Trump's first term in the 2018 midterms. That could happen again, especially if these polls stay consistent or, more likely, get worse. Because the numbers do get worse. 42% of respondents trusted Democrats more than Republicans on inflation, while 38% trusted Republicans more than Democrats on the same issue. An April 13th poll found that for the first time since May of 2021, the GOP was seen as less trustworthy than Democrats with the nation's finances. A CNBC poll this week proved that 43% approved of Trump's handling of the economy, while 55% disapproved. And in a Reuters Ipsos poll that came out this week, 42% of those who answered the poll approve of Trump's job performance, only 42%. 83% believe the U.S. president must obey federal court rulings, even if he doesn't want to. 59%, a third of which identified as Republicans, said America was losing credibility on the global stage. 3/4 said Trump should not run for a third term in office. Why is that not 100%? Only 3/4 of the public's like, no, he shouldn't run again. He should, not that he can't run again, but he probably shouldn't do it. It's illegal. It's literally illegal. It's against the Constitution. That number should be 100%, and I weep for this country seeing that it's only 75%. 25% of us out there are just dumb as bricks, like, hell yeah, third term. Wow. Please don't vote. If you're one of those 25% that doesn't understand the Constitution, please just stay away from the polls forever. Trump's strongest poll was on immigration. 45% of respondents approved of Trump's performance, but for the first time ever, 46% disapproved. So now, officially, Donald Trump is underwater on every single issue, including immigration. 1 point is 1 point, but this is the first time that Trump has been underwater on the issue of immigration. The public hates everything he is doing. The public hates what the Republicans are doing. The public now trusts Democrats more, not by huge margins, but those margins will likely increase if the Republicans stay on the same path that they're on. And I'll tell you what they're doing right now. They're planting these stories in the media. And I do believe they are fully planting them with no intention of following through. But they're saying, oh, well, the White House, we're considering, pushing to raise taxes on millionaires and billionaires. Yeah, going against 45 years of Republican policy. That ain't going to happen. I talked about this last week. It's a facade. It's all for show. It's fake. There is no way in hell these Republicans, especially people like Donald Trump, who benefits from the tax cut, is going to raise his own taxes. That ain't going to happen. You're insane if you think this is a real story that they're actually considering doing this. Not to mention the White House has no authority to raise or lower taxes. That job rests with Congress, and they're currently working on a way to cut Medicaid so that they can give the wealthiest a tax break. The tax break is going to happen. And Trump does not want it to not happen. Nobody in that White House wants it to not happen. That is a lie, but they're doing that because they see the poll numbers. They know he's hugely unpopular with the public. They know now that all of his policies are unpopular. And they need something to give people hope. So don't buy it when you see those bullcrap articles like, oh, they're considering raising taxes. No, they're not. They absolutely 100% are not. They're trying to hoodwink you to make you think we're not as evil as we really are. But no, they are just as evil as you think. And most of the public has finally woken up to that fact. And believe it or not, it only took 3 months. I thought it was going to take longer, but in just 3 months, support for Trump has collapsed, support for Republicans has collapsed, and support for Democrats continues to go up. Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @FarronBalanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, and while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @FarronBalanced across every social media platform that, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.